Windows Command Mastery for Ethical Hackers, Module 1, Core CMD Foundations, Lesson 1.1, Introduction to the Command Prompt. Welcome to the Master Course Windows Command Mastery for Ethical Hackers. This is your entry point into the world of the command line. We will demystify the black screen, learn what it is, why it's a hacker's most powerful tool, and how to make it your own personalized workspace. Let's begin with Lesson 1.1, Introduction to the Command Prompt. Imagine your computer's graphical interface. The desktop, icons, and windows you click on is like a pre-furnished house. You can use the furniture, open the doors, and turn on the lights, but you're limited to what's already there. The command prompt, or CMD, is like being given the architectural blueprints and a full set of tools. It allows you to interact with the very foundation of the house, giving you direct, powerful, and granular control over the system. For an ethical hacker, this direct control is not just useful, it is essential. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define what the command prompt is, understand its historical context, and recognize its fundamental role in Windows system administration and ethical hacking. We will cover what the command prompt is, why it remains a critical tool today, and how to open it for the first time. So, what is the command prompt? Often called CMD, it is a text-based interface for your computer. Instead of clicking on icons, you type commands to tell the computer what to do. It's a command line interpreter, meaning it interprets the text commands you enter and executes them. It might look old for a reason. Before Windows had icons and a mouse, everything was done through text commands in an operating system called MS-DOS. The command prompt is the modern descendant of that system. While it may look simple, its power lies in its directness and efficiency. This is crucial for ethical hacking for several reasons. First, stealth. Many hacking tools and scripts run silently in the background without a graphical interface. The command line is their natural environment. Second, automation. You can write simple scripts to execute a long series of commands automatically, saving massive amounts of time during a security audit. Third, direct access. Some advanced system functions and detailed information are only accessible through the command line. And finally, universality. Command line skills are transferable across nearly every operating system, from Windows to Mac OS and Linux. Now, let's have our first interaction with the command line. First, press the Windows key plus the letter R to open the Run dialog box. In the box that appears, type CMD and press Enter. A black window will appear. This is the command prompt. Notice the key parts. The blinking cursor is where you type. The text string ending in a greater than symbol is the prompt, and the bar at the top is the title bar. To execute your first command, which is simple and cannot cause any harm, type the command vir and press Enter. When you run this, your screen will clearly show you the current version of your Windows operating system. With that, you have successfully executed your first command. Now think about this. Why must a professional ethical hacker understand the command prompt? The answer is that it provides direct, scriptable control that graphical tools don't offer. It's essential for running stealthy tools, automating repetitive tasks, and accessing deep system information, all critical parts of a security assessment.
Lesson 1.2, Customizing the CMD Environment. Welcome to Lesson 1.2. Customizing the CMD environment. If you're going to spend a lot of time in a workspace, you should make it comfortable and efficient. A mechanic arranges their tools, and a painter organizes their brushes. In the same way, we can customize the command prompt's appearance. This isn't just for looks. Customizing your prompt can make it easier to read and provide useful information at a glance. In this lesson, we will learn two simple but powerful commands: color, to change the look of the window, and prompt, to change the text of the prompt itself. The color command changes the default text and background color of the console. The syntax is color followed by two characters, the first for the background, the second for the foreground. Each color is represented by a single hexadecimal digit. You can see the full list of options by simply typing color/?. For example, the command color0a gives you the classic hacker look, light green text on a black background. Next is the prompt command, which changes the text that appears in the command prompt itself. By default, it shows your current location. You can customize it with plain text or special codes, which you can see by typing prompt/?. Some useful codes are $P to display the current path, $G for the greater than symbol, $T for the current time, and $D for the current date. For example, the command prompt hacker $G would change your prompt to look like hacker greater than. Now let's personalize your workspace. First, type color/?, to see all the color options. Experiment with a few, like color 1F for bright white on blue. To get the classic feel, set the colors to light green on black by typing color0a. Your console's color scheme will change instantly. Now let's change the prompt. Try this command to see the date and time. Prompt $D, $T, $G. When you run this, you'll see the prompt update to show the current date and time. So what if you needed to change the window to have bright green text on a black background and change the prompt to display the text hacker followed by the current directory path? The two commands would be first, color0a, and second, prompt hacker $P, $G.
Lesson 1.3 Essential CMD Utilities. Welcome to Lesson 1.3 Essential CMD Utilities. Before you can build complex things, you need to master your basic tools. In the command prompt, there are a handful of essential utility commands you will use constantly. Mastering these is the first step to becoming efficient. In this lesson, we will cover 4 of the most fundamental commands you'll ever use: help, CLS, start, and exit. First is help, your built-in manual. If you're ever unsure what a command does, type help followed by the command name. For example, help_dir will show you a detailed manual for the dir command. Next is CLS, short for clear screen. When your screen gets cluttered, CLS wipes it clean. You'll use this all the time. The start command can open a new command prompt window or launch a graphical application like Notepad or the calculator. Finally, the exit command closes the command prompt window, properly ending your session. Let's put your new utility tools to use in a sequence. First, open the command prompt and get some information by typing help color. Your screen will fill with text. To clean it up, type CLS. The result will be a clean, empty screen. From your clean console, you can launch a program. Type Start Notepad. The Notepad application will open in a new window. After you close Notepad, you can properly close the console with one final command: Exit. This will close the command prompt window entirely. Now for a quick check. If you needed to find out how to use the time command, then launch the calculator, and finally clear your screen, what 3 commands would you use in order? The correct sequence is help time, then start calc, and finally CLS.
Module 2, File and Directory Management. You have successfully completed the foundational module. You now understand what the command prompt is, why it's a critical tool for your journey, and how to perform basic management and customization tasks. Now, we will learn how to navigate your computer's file system, treating it like a digital landscape that you can explore and shape directly from the command line. Welcome to Module 2, File and Directory Management. This module teaches you how to move around your computer's file system and manage files and folders.
Lesson 2.1 Navigating and Listing Directories. Imagine your computer's files are in a giant filing cabinet. each drawer is a drive, like C, containing folders which contain other folders and files. The command prompt is your tool to instantly jump between folders and peek inside. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to navigate using the cd command and list contents with the dir command. A directory is simply another name for a folder. The location you are currently in is called the working directory. Your primary navigation tool is cd, short for change directory. The syntax is cd followed by the path to a directory. For example, cd/Windows will move you into the Windows folder. A special tip: cd ... is a shortcut that moves you up one level to the parent directory. To see what's inside your current location, you use the dir command. It lists all files and subdirectories along with details like date and size. Let's go on a short trip through your file system. First, open CMD and see everything in your personal user folder by typing dir. You will see a list of all files and folders in your user profile. Now, let's go into your desktop folder by typing cd desktop. Notice how the prompt changes. To go back up one level, type cd ... Your prompt will return to your user folder. Finally, let's take a bigger jump into the main Windows system directory by typing cd/Windows. You are now in the core of the operating system. You can use dir here to see the vast number of files. So, if you were in the c:\users\yourname\documents directory, what two commands would you use to move to c:\users\yourname and then see a list of its contents? The correct answer is first cd ... and second dir.
Lesson 2.2: Creating and Displaying Content. Now that you can navigate, it's time to build things. This is how you start to organize projects and store information. In this lesson, we'll cover mkdir to make directories, echo to create simple text files, and type to read them. The mkdir command creates a new, empty directory. The echo command displays text, but its real power comes from redirection. Using the greater than symbol, we can redirect that text into a new file. For example, echo myFirstNote greater than note.txt will create a new file named note.txt containing that text. Finally, the type command lets you read the contents of a text file directly in the command prompt. Let's create a small project folder. First, navigate to your desktop by typing cd desktop. Next, create a new project folder by typing mkdir project_alpha. Now move inside your new project folder with cd project_alpha. Create a new targets list file by typing echo target_1 greater than targets.txt. When you run this, a file named targets.txt is created. You can verify this with the dir command. To read the contents of your new file, type targets.txt. The output will display the text target_1 directly on your screen. So if you needed to create a folder on your desktop called logs, and inside it create a file named activity.log containing system check initiated, you would run these three commands: cd desktop, then mkdir logs, and finally echo system check initiated greater than logs\activity.log.
Lesson 2.3: Manipulating Files and Folders. Your workspace can get messy. These next commands are your digital janitorial tools, allowing you to rename,
move, and delete with precision. We will cover ren to rename, move to relocate, del to delete files, and rmdir to remove empty directories. The ren command renames a file or directory. The move command moves a file from one location to another. The del command permanently deletes a file. Be careful with this one, there is no recycle bin in CMD. And rmdir removes an empty directory. Let's practice a full cleanup cycle. First, navigate to your desktop and create a dummy file and folder. To create the file, type echo temporary data greater than tempfile.txt. To create the folder, type mkdir temp folder. Now rename the file by typing ren tempfile.txt olddata.txt. Next, move the file into the folder by typing move olddata.txt temp folder. Now, delete the file inside the folder by typing del temp folder /olddata.txt. Finally, with the folder now empty, remove it by typing rmdir temp folder. This will result in a clean desktop with the temporary file and folder completely gone. So if you have a file named report_v1.txt on your desktop that you need to rename to report_final.txt and move to c:\archived, the two commands would be ren report_v1.txt report_final.txt and move report_final.txt c:\archived. Module 3, System and Network Interaction. Excellent work! You are no longer just a visitor in the command line. You are a builder. You can navigate anywhere, create new files and folders, and keep your workspace organized. Welcome to Module 3, System and Network Interaction. Now that you can manage files, let's learn how to interact with the system itself and the network it's connected to. Lesson 3.1, Fundamental Networking Commands. Think of your computer on a network like a house on a street. It has a unique IP address. These networking commands are your tools to check your address and send a test signal to other computers. We'll cover two of the most important, ipconfig and ping. The ipconfig command is used to view your network settings, most importantly your IP address. The ping command sends a small data packet to another computer to see if it responds. It's the #1 tool for checking if a machine is online. For example, ping 8.8.8.8 sends a ping to one of Google's public servers. Let's check your network vitals. To find your local IP address, open CMD and type ipconfig. Look for the line labeled IPv4 address. That's your primary local IP. Now, to test your connection to the internet, type ping www.google.com. You will see 4 replies along with a time value measured in milliseconds. This tells you how fast the connection is. Now, consider this. A colleague can't access a website. What is the most basic command you'd ask them to run? The command is ping 8.8.8.8, and a successful output would be a series of lines that start with reply from 8.8.8.8. Lesson 3.2, System Information Gathering. Before an ethical hacker can test a system, they must understand it. The commands in this lesson are your reconnaissance tools. We'll cover system info for a full system report, who am I to identify the current user, and task list to see all running software. The system info command gives a detailed summary of your computer's configuration, including OS version, CPU, and RAM. The who am I command is very simple but crucial. It tells you the username of the account you are currently logged into. And task list shows you all the processes and services currently running, similar to the task manager.
Let's get to know your system. Run a full diagnostic report by typing system info. The output will be a long list of details about your system. Now, to confirm your own identity, run this simple command: who am I? Finally, to see what's running in the background, type task list. You'll see a list of all processes. You can even find cmd.exe, which is the command prompt program itself. So if you need to find the exact Windows OS version and the name of the logged-in user, what two commands would you run? The answer is system info and who am I?
Lesson 3.3: Finding Things with CMD. Your computer might have hundreds of thousands of files. The findstr command is your powerful tool for instantly finding specific words or patterns inside those files. This is a critical skill for finding configuration details, logs, or other interesting data. The findstr command searches for a specific sequence of text or a string inside files. The syntax is findstr followed by the text to find in quotes and then the file name. For example, findstr error system.log would find all lines containing the word error in that file. You can also use an asterisk as a wildcard, like in asterisk.txt, to search all text files in the current directory. Let's practice finding some text. First, navigate to your desktop and create two sample files. Create the first by typing echo system normal no errors to report greater than sample.log. Create the second by typing echo the admin password is weak greater than config.txt. Now, let's search for the word errors in the log file by typing findstr errors sample.log. The output should display the line containing that word. Now, to search for the word password in all .txt files on the desktop, type findstr password *.txt. This will reveal the line from the config.txt file. Now imagine you're in a folder with hundreds of .log files and need to find any line containing the exact phrase access denied. What single command would you use? The correct command is findstr access denied *.log.
Module 4. Putting it all together. You are now a capable investigator. You can check a system's identity, diagnose network connectivity, and search for specific information within files. These are the core skills used in the initial reconnaissance phase of any security assessment. Welcome to Module 4, Putting it all together. In this final module, we move from learning individual commands to learning how to combine them into powerful workflows and simple scripts.
Lesson 4.1: Introduction to Redirection and Piping. Imagine you could connect your commands in an assembly line. Redirection sends the output of a command into a file, while piping sends it directly into another command. This allows you to create powerful and efficient workflows. We will learn to use the greater than symbol for redirection and the vertical bar or pipe for piping. The greater than symbol redirects output. For instance, dir greater than filelist.txt will save the directory listing to a file instead of showing it on screen. A single greater than symbol overwrites the file, while a double greater than symbol appends to it. The pipe symbol, the vertical bar, creates a pipeline between two commands. It sends the output of the command on the left directly to the command on the right as its input. A great example is tasklist pipe findstr.chrome.exe, which gets all processes and then filters that list to show only lines containing chrome.exe. Now, let's build a simple assembly line. To practice redirection, go to your desktop and type systeminfo greater than my_system.txt. You won't see any output on the screen. The result is saved in the file my_system.txt. Now for piping.
The Windows directory has too many files to look through manually. Navigate there and filter its contents by typing dir pipe findstr explorer. The massive output of dir is piped into findstr, showing you only the files or folders with explorer in their name. Now, let's put it all together. You want a list of all svchost.exe services saved to a file named servicelist.txt on your desktop. What single chained command would do it? The answer is tasklist pipe findstr.svchost.exe greater than c:\users\username\desktop\servicelist.txt.
Lesson 4.2. Your first simple batch script. You've learned to give commands one by one. A script is like a recipe for the computer, a text file containing a sequence of commands that the computer executes in order. This is the foundation of automation. We will now create and execute a simple batch script, a file ending in .bat. A batch script is a plain text file with a .bat extension. When you run it, the command prompt executes each command in order, top to bottom. A few key scripting commands are @echo off, which cleans up the output, echo to display messages, pause to wait for user input, and CLS to clear the screen. Let's write a script that gathers some system info. Navigate to your desktop and create the script file line by line. To create the first line, type echo @echo off greater than info.bat. To add the second line, type echo gathering system info greater than info.bat. To add the third line, type echo who am I greater than info.bat. To add a blank line, type echo dot greater than info.bat. To add the next line, type echo press any key to exit greater than info.bat. To add the last line, type echo pause greater than info.bat. You have just written a script. You can view its contents with type info.bat. Now execute it by typing info.bat and pressing enter. Your script will run, displaying the message, your username, and then pausing for you to press a key. Now, what if you needed to create a batch script named cleanup.bat that clears the screen, shows the message deleting temp files, and creates an empty log file? The exact contents would be @echo off, CLS, echo deleting temp files, echo log created greater than cleanup_log.txt. Lesson 4.3. Course Review and Next Steps. You have reached the end of your foundational training. You started with a mysterious black box and have turned it into a powerful, versatile tool. This final lesson is about cementing that knowledge and looking at the path ahead. We'll quickly review the key commands from each module and discuss where to go from here. Let's review your core toolkit. In Module 1, you learned foundations like color, CLS, and help. In Module 2, you mastered file management with CD, dir, mkdir, and del. In Module 3, you learned reconnaissance with ipconfig, ping, system info, and findstr. And in Module 4, you learned automation with redirection, piping, and .bat scripts. The path forward is clear. Practice is everything. Use the command line for everyday tasks. The next logical step in your journey is learning PowerShell. It's the modern and much more powerful command line interface for Windows. It can do everything CMD can do and much, much more, making it the standard in modern system administration and security. Let's try a self-assessment thought experiment. Imagine you need to create a folder on your desktop called Review. Save a list of all running tasks into a file called tasks.txt inside that folder, and then open that file with Notepad. Think about the commands you'd use. You would likely use cd, mkdir, task list, the greater than symbol, and start. Finally, a fellow beginner asks you, what's the more powerful command line tool I should learn next for Windows, and why? The correct answer is PowerShell. It's more powerful because it interacts with objects, not just text, which allows for far more complex scripting, automation, and system management than the command prompt.
Congratulations! You have successfully completed this master course. You have built a foundational skill set in the Windows command prompt that will serve you throughout your career in ethical hacking and IT. You have progressed from a beginner to a competent command line user, capable of navigating, managing, investigating, and automating. The journey doesn't end here, it begins. Continue to practice, stay curious, and embrace the power at your fingertips.